some farm into that Spectre. It goes back to what I said at the beginning of the draft, like Chen and Tusk, they have a lot riding on them to actually win the early game and win at least 2 lanes for them, and then ideally draw even in a third. I mean, they are against IO Ancient Apparition, so AA aggressive in nature, but only works really well if you have that combo. Otherwise, it's kind of mediocre as a lane support. On the other hand, IO also doesn't provide a lot of aggressive control, apart from if you have a couple of levels into spirits, like it's a decent amount of burst damage and slow. But beyond that, his main utility is defensive, and in that capacity, he might be able to just turn some of these ganks around, just providing a bit of extra burst heal, throwing off the math on the side of SourceCode, and then as a result, you're winning these small little skirmishes that you sometimes see, or often see, in the earlier parts of the game.
Prepare for battle.
I can't believe what we're seeing! What is
Yeah,
happening?
Sc.int gonna have a very strong mid-game timing. SourceCode with that Spectre pick, I mean, any game where you pick that hero, it's all about that hero. It's all about creating enough space to make sure the farm goes in, that you get that raid into a decent time, to then farm a little bit more, get like Manta style hearts, these kind of things. So ideally you want to be able to fight as 4 with the rest of your team, then have the Spectre kind of swoop in when the opportunity presents itself to get some extra kills. Right, for now, you block up that small camp with the Observer one.
30 seconds.
It's actually gonna
to battle.
run it as an aggro try. You already have Gyrocopter down here, which makes a lot of sense if you're thinking about trying to contest the Spectre. Like the more damage, the more hassle you can throw them, the better. So yeah, this might be the idea here. Good Windrunner down here,
battle
walking towards bottom
begins.
lane. Probably quite a little bit of damage, or quite a lot of damage done to Tusky. In fact, is he dead? Oh, he's dead. Okay. Movement speeds. They're pretty powerful in that regard already. So, first blood going the way of Clutch Gamers. Veng. Plopping down the ward. He sees the courier. Oh no, the salve. 1, 2, and dead. Give up the first blood in terms of heroes, but they get the first blood in terms of couriers. A bit of misplay perhaps there from CG, not anticipating that. I mean, what else is the Chen really going to do early on? Sit in lane, send back creeps? No. This is certainly much more impactful than now. I'm just gonna wait for the creeps to spawn, hope to find a good one, and then look towards the top lane, trying to stabilize that from the Spectre. We kind of like the way they're laning this. IO helping out where he's needed. Helping the Beastmaster just stay strong. It's down bottom, Ancient Apparition. His time is much better spent just right-clicking away at this Windrunner. It is again. 0209. Oh, misses shots. Here, SkyLark still back. Back it in, and it's another death. It's my words here. I mean, this is not supposed to happen. When you aggro tri-laning like that, or aggro dual lane, until just now, you can't afford to just lose your heroes like that. And in fact, Tusk realizes that he's doing more harm than good up there. Making rotation, leaving Shen to babysit Spectre for a little bit. Finds the shots down here, but Yol coming in. Rocket Barrage. Tanked up by the creeps here, so no threat whatsoever with the snowball. To finish up the popsicle. That's trying to get the Hellbear Smasher up there. But Chen took over another creep to make sure that they wouldn't get the bounty, so nicely done. I mean, so far so good, I guess. Spectre at 11 last hits. 9 at 7 off with Gabbi down here. Another power shot, Yol. The stick charge is off. There's a homing missile to make sure that Windrunner kind of finished the kill, and at the same time, yeah, just running him down. No way to chill get out through these trees. So Tusk lost lives in both of these lanes. Bang looks like he might find the courier again. Oh, God, this is the wrong path to take, my friend. It's even more on it now. Oh no.
Has been killed.
Oh no. The salve, null talisman, and the entire magic stick. Ahjit still with the same items that he started out with. Commander to YC here. He has that second null talisman, which certainly helps in terms of being able to secure some more last hits, or with that he's even in terms of right click damage to the puck. And he's even forced to walk back because he's out of region. That's the extra impact of that, as he will take another power shot after initiation the setup from Tusk. So he's got to start being a bit more careful. At the same time, top though. That's a Centaur Conqueror, but unable to help his Spectre. SkyLark and Boombacs working quite well together here. Just very powerful dual lane. Try and go again. Stomp is available. Kind of low, but still some bottle charges available for Boombacs. Are gonna be able to turn us around. The extra slows. Crest dropping super low, so is Veng, but will not want to dive through the tower. Again, at the very least, forcing on more region and keeping him away from CS. That's all you really want if you're up against Spectre. I mean, we talked about it earlier. Oh yeah, pretty decent CS, but now, ever since then, he's got like 2 or 3 extra right now. Gyrocopter. Using the time to surpass. And continuing to put on this pressure in the bottom lane. It's like you're having 2 off lanes. You have your one position play in the actual off lane. Then you have your off laner playing in safe lane, but I mean, he's doing relatively well, all things considered. On his Windrunner, I mean, securing a few of these kills together with the Tusk, who might now be in trouble though. Gabbi just straight up walking up to the right clicks. Nice shackle though, stopping him from finishing the kill. Yol's gonna be forced to do that himself, and he should be doing it. There it is, Gabbi. Trying to juke and jive, dropping super low, and too low as it turns out. Skill's finally finished off by the Windrunner. Right, so a bit more of a back and forth because of the Tusk just sacrificing himself more often than not. But is the trade-off really worth it? Also considering that your mid lane is falling behind a little bit too now, despite all these couriers lines. And just look at the CS. 32 and 8 with 25 and 2. Not sure if that is Ahjit just outplaying. I don't think it's too much of a matchup advantage. Just down bottom though. Whoa. Oh, power shot level 3. It's pretty damn powerful, but a lot of spirits enough to secure the counter kill. So powerful ever since they changed it so that these things slow. Makes it so that the rest of the spirits are so easy to hit as a follow-up. Basically the only recourse you have is to walk towards the Wisp, trying to juke him out a little bit with movement. Doing that's not exactly it's not safe, right? That's the way to put it. SkyLark with penitence, this extra slow is top of him, but another one. Another nuke here from the Beastmaster. Gonna be able to finish him off, are they? Another stick charge in a second. The dagger will actually miss, but the right click will not. Phew. Gabbi made the rotation here. Crest being sent back. Veng will pay with his life by the looks of it. There we go. Just need a bit more damage, and there it is. Meanwhile, mid they also lost DP. Not ideal. Yeah. Should like the decision to rotate Gabbi out. I mean, he's died just one too many times. At some point, you gotta have to pull the plug. These kind of aggro lanes. But before we got what they wanted, out of that Beastmaster and IO. Both of them are level 5. Beastmaster near the top of the CS shot, already with the medallions. And the Beastmaster with a lot of early farm can really do a lot for your team, right? You can start grouping up around him to take towers. You can take towers himself if he's left unattended. Not to mention the damage output that he gets, and the quick Shadow Blade if you want to go for that. Yo, throw it out. Unfortunate. If he gets a quick Shadow Blade, you start seeing him rolling about, finding a roar, finding kills, and it's creating a lot of chaos and a lot of space, which is exactly what you want out of your offlaner. The only one that's struggling for it is Gabbi right now. I mean, it's fine, he's a Gyrocop. He can just farm up the triangle here on the Dire's side whenever he wants to get a bit of an extra boost back into the game. Right now he's actually fallen behind even the Spectre, which is not ideal. Crest getting some help now from Poe. Pushing down this tier 1 top. It's like the most classic trade in the book. You see 3 heroes from Clutch Gamers at the same time working away to tier 1 bottom. Question is, what happens in mid? What happens in the jungle? Yo, hoping down some wards, but 0209 finds the shots, not quite. Not quite perfectly placed, so Ancient Apparition able to make his way out of there. CG, continue the pressure. I mean, someone's gonna have to respond to this. They don't see anybody rotating in, and Beastmaster if he wants to, you can just continue to right click away as it stands. Yol, well, he'll tank the gank. Shackle will connect. Power shot, couple of right clicks. Rather him than Gyrocopter, but he's also in trouble here. Gets a call down off, dodged by the snowball for the most part here. IO barely keeping him alive, but not for too long. Way too many heroes here. The entire 5-man lineup in the middle lane, and Clutch Gamers just don't have the resources to deal with that. SkyLark now throws down the roar. Ahjit coming to follow him, trying to at least burst down the Windrunner, and will be successful, even saving SkyLark in the process. Now the Ice Blast coming in from the back on top of the coil. They get 2 more kills in return. They dove too far. Delved too greedily, too deeply behind the tier 1 tower. Yo, first one to fall, but also the first one to return. TPing into the tier 1 tower, finding that Ice Blast on 2 as it was set up by the coil. Beautiful reaction, and as a result, also Ahjit cracking that 5k mark. Has the fail completed. That'll help them take exactly these type of fights even better. Yeah, have a good amount of magic damage. We talked about that in the draft. Like, I mean, even just a Gyrocopter. In this instance, IO not fully able to keep him alive, but oh, the Ice Blast threw it out. Probably died himself, trying to deal with Veng, but again, few too many friends for him. Enough to keep him alive. But yeah, Boombacs in this instance unable to fully keep Gabbi alive, but we've already seen the kind of impact that he can have. Like, I'm pretty sure if Boombacs wasn't there, then Gyrocopter doesn't get that cooldown off, and did hit with both rockets, I do believe. Both missiles. Because they didn't want to hold on to a snowball for too long. There's a Shadow Blade in the works. 500 gold or so, 400 after this catapult. Very good timing indeed. Probably about 13 minutes or so, 13, 14 minutes. So the Spectre basically only started on that Sacred Relic. It's still a huge timing window for Clutch Gamers to go for him with a Shadow Blade, right? And with a relocate even. With the Ice Blast, like this. There's actually a lot of global threats because of that. You only need one to scout them out, and you have +2. IO +1, and then yeah, Ice Blast coming from across the map, which will be a kill even if Spectre was tanky, and right now Cress is certainly not that. Sitting below 1,000 health points. Meanwhile mid though, the coil onto the silence, there's relocate use for this though. They burst down Death Prophet immediately, just like that. The entirety of CG are down here to find a few more. The Aurora, the Ice Blast of the Windrunner burst it down just as fast to Snowball. Actually all the way towards the dice out of the map with the relocate coming back. Not Spectre coming in or thinking about it anyway. I was gonna say it was already too late, but no, he actually went for the IO. He was super low as he relocated back, so Cress was able to at least snag that one up for himself. It was a bit of a silver lining, but I mean, it was still a disastrous team fight. Don't manage to actually finish off the tower on the back of that, so it could have been worse for SourceCode. Could have been way, way worse. But if you look at network distribution, you already see it shifting in favor of clutch gamers. Ahjit continuing to get bigger and bigger, now 600 gold or so away from his own Blink Dagger. Shadowblade is online and not the Roar on 20, so we can repeat that whenever they have the Roar as well as the Relocate available. The latter of those still being on cooldown for 50 seconds. In the meantime, they can just get all these chain creeps in mid. Ice Blast just to be annoying. Doesn't actually hit on anyone but Bang. This is the way to play against Chen, right? Just keep him away from as many of these tier 1s as you can. Don't let him build any momentum. And the longer you draw this out without Chen really being able to get any ganks in or bring down tier 1 towers, the better. Here we are now. It's a Puck Illusion scaring them away right now. They should be more scared about Beastmaster just ready to swoop in when he sees an opening. Gyro in the front, Boombacs ready to react. They should go on him. Relocate, going up top though. Oh, Ahjit needed some help and he's gonna get him. Oh, he's gonna get it. Same time, perhaps an opportunity for SourceCode to do something in mid, but that relocate was under the tower and the Roar coming out of the Invis. Nice little snowball save for now, but it's not enough to do anything but delay the inevitable. It is indeed.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Middle tower finally goes down. I mean, at the very least, this is all space for Spectre, right? Actually getting quite close to the relic in a very good time. Just because he's not been a part of any of these. Do see him now. SkyLark himself cannot get that kill. He does have Boombacs with him. But yeah, that dagger actually connecting on the Invis hero gives them a moment of pause and making Cress rather go back to base. Does have a haunt. If they find something, he can go straight back out very easily. They're actually setting up for nice shackle there onto the puck, but it's not gonna last forever. The silence though, it certainly does. You need the haunt here, but oh, you're on the wrong side of the ice shots. Cress couldn't right click straight up bat. So Ancient Apparition does survive. These kind of things, even if you don't get the kill on Spectre, I mean, at the very least, just right back in lane without having to expend the TP. Yeah, let's face it, what else are you going to use the horn for? Like, if your team is not winning these team fights themselves, then there's no point haunting him. Try to deny it, but Radiant still got it with that catapult. Feels bad. Look at this. Bowman rotation here with the smoke. I believe that has been scouted out. I mean, it is now SkyLark. You have detection for him. It's a question. The answer is yes. The Sentry Ward will seal his fate. That's a pretty good catch. That Beastmaster, a source of a lot of grief for them already. Even only 17 minutes into the game. With all of that, 17 minutes in, enough gold for a relic. Is this? I would say it's quite impressive. I mean, CG. Maybe not. He hasn't actually bought it yet, so if he dies now, they'll still be delayed. And well, I spoke too soon. The Casus Curse strikes again. Oh wow! I have not seen this voice line before. That's actually very creepy. So yeah, never mind. Radiance delayed. Big success, and now, okay, they have the sentry down. SkyLark still gets a roar for the Windrunner. What is Windrunner now? They focus on Fang first. Very quick in the easy kill. Get rid of the creeps. Now, do you want to keep going here? All the ultimates have already been used. Move forward here. Boombacs not quite get the tether down. You're too close. He's still barely alive though. Gabbi in front with a BKB saying, you have to go past me if you want my IO, and you do not have the capacity to do that. Boombacs almost dying to Roshan. Oh, this is so scary for the small little bolo light. But he does survive. Come on, man. Like, stop breaking tether. Oh well. We'll get it soon. Meanwhile, bit of a stack for Gabbi here. It's found the triangle. Got the shrines. All good. Even the DD rune scouted out, or taken actually by Ahjit. There's a bottle of his own. Well, another successful fight there for Clutch Gamers. Relic is now online. Recipe still ways away though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Even if you have the Radiance, like, it'll be better in this game than in some others, just because IO, Ancient Apparition, very squishy targets that cannot really deal with the Spectre ulting on you, striking you down with the Radiance, even if you're just a little bit away from your teammates. That doesn't take a lot to just swoop in, get the quick kill, and then haunt to the next, or reality to the next loot. That's what the sub ability is called.
Double harm shall I deal.
It'll get trickier though once you get a few items up and running. Limicate in the works of Boombacs. Same for Ancient Apparition here. Won't be there for a while. But they'll respond to that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And also gonna get a free tier 2, plus another chain creep, double damage rune. So low.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And yeah, you gotta realize that the clock is ticking.
Dire's top
Again,
tower
even with the
is
Radiance,
under
it's not gonna be an auto win.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It does precious little if the other team's already 5-manning your high ground. Fresh BKB with maybe a pickoff beforehand on the back of the okay. CG is sitting smack dab in the timing.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We'll finish up the last, the extra tier 2 in mid, and dang, just damn, that was a very, very fast snipe. Set up by the ward, which gets immediately dewarded, of course. These kind of wards in the middle of the base never really survive for long, and trying to go for a nice little shackle play again, but not successful this time. Alright, yield something done, but a death profit. So important. Haven't really talked too much about this hero, but normally it's like you're looking towards your mid, you're looking towards your offlane to be able to stand in these team fights and do serious amount of damage to a point where you either kill your enemy or set them up for the Spectre to just come in at the last moment and just tip the scales in your favor. But instead, what we've seen is YC just being bursted down time and time again, and now he's a bit more room to breathe with that real scepter. Might not help him too much if he already is Ice Blasters. Like normally what you will try to rely on is the Yules after you've got some of your Spirit Siphons up. You're healed through these 2.5 seconds back up to a reasonable amount of health, but obviously that's not something that you can necessarily rely on. Even if you're Yules, when the Ice Blast hits, you still getting that Frostbite effect on you. Alright. Aegis in hand. Been able to take that very quickly indeed. Completely uncontested. They even have of an Alpha Wolf now, courtesy of Beastmaster.
Dire are scanning.
That's just a question of how CG want to approach this, and would make sense to just finish up the last tier 2. This should be a bit of a
Radiant's
freebie.
top
I'm not sure
tower
if
is under attack.
SC really want to fight there. For them, it's really all about holding the high ground and continuing to pump farm into the Spectre. It's the only hope at this point. Can farm rather quickly now with the Radiance.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But again,
Radiant's
still
top
gonna be a
tower
while.
has
I don't think he's gonna have another item before this high ground push hits. Don't think there's a reason for CG to allow that to happen. Get the tier 2. Sure these other lanes are pushed out. And yeah, they can group up for a high ground push. Ideally you find a pick-off beforehand. I mean, they have a bit of vision down the bottom half of the map here. I believe this Hawk. Perhaps he scouted out Crest walking away, but he made the TP. The rest of his team at the same time. Smoked up. Taking the initiative. Trying to catch them off guard. So far CG not falling, not running into the trap. Very careful right now, not seeing anybody.
Radiant's bottom
Apart
tower
from
is under attack.
0209. So what in high ground doing quite a bit. And you're seeing the Tusk just running about in this area. You figure that the rest of his team can't be far behind. Especially if you've already scouted this entire area too, like this CG, know exactly what's going on. Shadow baiting forward. We have 2 Necrobooks, so no free true set for that. Need a sentry to reward this area. And without that it would be a bit too dangerous to just charge forward with the Shadow Blade. Okay. Let's go now for that for the Vanguard. It's just a casual bit boost for the time being. What I do normally is when I play Spectre a bit differently, I just get face boots and then Vanguard just to have that tankiness and some health regen. But I mean, if you don't need the Vanguard, you can just go for the bit booster ace, ult the shield. So you can always just go for the casual bit booster and see how the game goes. And then if you don't build the Vanguard, if you don't need it, then you just always have it for the hard later. And in the meantime, it gives you so much intel points. Just biding that time. Aegis is about to expire in 30 seconds, so I'm a bit surprised that CG were a little bit more decisive with their movements. I mean, smoking up now, but yeah, it's a little bit too late.
Radiant's bottom tower
5
is under
seconds,
attack.
they at bottom lane pushing in. No one's actually defending this, which is a bit weird. Giving them the idea, hey, they're probably in this top half of the map. Straight past this ward combo, oh my god. This is the best. When you have these wards, when you have these defensive utilities, oh yeah, it's fine, our back is safe. But no, it's not. They're smoking past it. This false sense of security will mean that they will lose their task very, very quickly indeed. But of all the people to lose like that,
Dire
Tusk
are
is certainly one that you can't afford to. Yeah, this was a 5-man rotation. In the one support guy. Spectre slowly but surely farming. Too much longer. Ahjit coming in. Ice Pass. Will connect here. The relocate coming in and yeah. See, they almost got the kill on Yol. They didn't finish him off as quickly as they did. He would have certainly died, but they get Spectre. They also get Veng on this Shen, and they might not be done yet. Pro still does have the wind rod to work with the Yule Scepter. Used by Ahjit though, and perfect setup. For Gabbi. Finish him off with a homing missile. So okay. Took CG a while to make a play like that, and then SC just gives up. But oh god, I forgot the game overlay. Just noticed. That's some pepperonis. Of course, ProDota Cup brought to you by VP Game. Who's game is in Dota 2 Lounge. So shout out to our sponsors, trying to make up for that. Anyway, probably when as you would expect, Clutch Game is just a much more recognizable name. Sc.int have yet to prove themselves, and again, I was not convinced by this draft. And Tusk did a few things early on, but he also lost as many lives as he gave, if not more. He lost as many lives as he took. And Chen, I didn't feel his impact at all. I mean, his creeps just ended up dying. I don't know. He barely did anything. DP lost mid. The only one who was doing reasonably well was Windrunner, but they didn't really have a chance to do anything with that, because Windrunner only works if you're ahead, if you can be the one to dictate the pace of the